Carole joins us now to tell us more about the show and her efforts with the organization, Big Cat Rescue. And Carole, thank you so much for being here.
All right, so...
Well, thank you for having me.
Carole, your new show, Cage Fight, just premiered on Discovery Plus, and it centers on the mistreatment of big cats. Let's take a pause and watch it here.
We have an investigator to help us make sense of the things that we're finding.
They're going to do whatever it takes to protect their product.
We are going to catch you. What are they doing that we can document?
Names, phone numbers, sales receipts.
That is a huge operation.
These people are known to be violent.
This is about animal protection.
You're abusing big cats? I'm coming for you.
So how did the idea for this show come about, and what do you hope to accomplish?
People have been pitching us for years because they say the work that we do is pretty interesting. We find out who the bad guys are that are abusing these animals. We gather the evidence. We produce it to law enforcement to try and take action. And when they do end up seizing the animals, then sending them to legitimate accredited sanctuaries where they won't be exploited again. And yet every time a producer would try to take that to a network, they'd say, oh, that's too controversial because they're against animals in cages and zoos and all of that. But now I think people have moved to a point where they don't want to see these animals suffering in cages anymore. And it's not so controversial.
Yeah, and Carole, you're obviously well known because of the Netflix show Tiger King. Why did you get involved in that show? And then what do you think about how you were portrayed throughout that show?
We worked on that show for 5 years with the producers because they told us what they were working on was the equivalent of blackfish. And what that did was people saw how these orcas and killer whales were being treated in seaquariums, and they wouldn't stand for it. And so that whole model had to change. And so for 5 years, we were happy to show them who the bad guys were, to introduce them to people who were working in the field to protect these animals. And we were working with a number of other film producers as well, like The Conservation Game, which just recently came out, that showed that all of these cub petting things started from taking these cubs onto late night shows and how that's the genesis of all of this abuse. So we were as shocked, or maybe more shocked than anybody, to see Tiger King and see that the animals were hardly even mentioned. It was mostly about the crazy characters involved.
Well, yeah, the next question relating to that, I mean, Tiger King included accusations about your involvement in the disappearance of your ex-husband, Don Lewis. So how do you address that in your new show?
You know, what was interesting in Tiger King 2 and totally caught me by surprise was that they produced a letter from Homeland Security saying that Don Lewis was alive and well in Costa Rica 5 years after I saw him last. So I think they dealt with it much better than I was ever able to, because I never got to see that letter. And in Carole Baskin's Cage Fight, it's not, you know, trying to set the record straight about what Netflix did wrong or what the producers did wrong. It's really covering the kind of work we've always been doing. And if you see the work that we do, how we go after all of these animal abusers, then you can see why they tell the lies about me that they do.
All right, well, you and your husband recently sued Netflix about your inclusion in season 2 of Tiger King. What's the latest on that ongoing battle?
So it's still in court, so I can't talk much about the litigation. We were trying to stop them from using any of the footage that they shot of me during the first season, because it was only supposed to be a single documentary, not a season or a sequel. And they did so much to betray me and to try and mischaracterize who I am and what I do. I didn't want another round of all of that abuse from people seeing it and believing it in Tiger King 2. And we lost that. The judge said that they could go ahead and show it. So we're still going after, you know, we're still pursuing it in court to try and do whatever we can to limit the damage. But I was really disappointed.
All right, well, despite the situation with Tiger King, the show made you an international figure. I mean, everybody knows the name Carole Baskin. Has this helped shed light on your mission to protect big cats?
You know, so many people ask me that. And if people were saying the kinds of things about you that they're saying about me, I think you would find that it doesn't help you in anything that you're trying to do. It's really detrimental that so many people have such a false perception of who I am and what I do.
And now, well, let me ask you then, because now let's just say you have your hands on the steering wheel, right? It's almost like you're taking back the narrative here. Your message in your show, I guess, what would you say is the message you want people watching right now about the preservation of big cats and what you hope to share through your new show?
When people see Carole Baskin's Cage Fight streaming on Discovery Plus, what they are going to see is how abusive all of these breeding facilities are that are creating all of these cubs that people can only pet for a few weeks before they end up being discarded. And you'll see what we're digging up out in the backyard of the GW Zoo to prove that these animals are dying young. And there's no excuse for the way these animals are mistreated for their short lives and then how they're killed or ending up in the illegal trade for their parts, which you'll also see in Carole Baskin's Cage Fight, how we find some of that's going on. And when people see that, they'll never want to go out and pet a cub.
Well, Carole, we appreciate your time, and we really can't wait to see Carole Baskin's Cage Fight. We know it's going to be a huge success. Thank you for being on our show. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.